All right. Hello, hello, hello. We'll see how this works out. I think I have some pretty poor bandwidth, but we're going to give it a try. I'm Jules the Thought, and today is December 22nd, 2022. So, welcome, Pam Frenchman. You're the winner today. Hi, Jennifer Lawton. How are you? Meeser Mom. Welcome. All right. So, excuse me. So again, I continue to have rather poor, audio and whatnot. It's temporary. I had to travel unexpectedly and didn't think about, putting out YouTube content was not, first and foremost in my mind, but now things are better, so I can. So we'll power through. And maybe tomorrow I'll be back to my regular stuff. So I hope you're all doing well. Tootie, how are you? Don't mess with my toot. Okay, hey Diane, welcome. All right, so I went back. And I pulled all of the audio. Let me say audio. That's more accurate. I went back and I pulled all of the released audio that I could find related to Maddie, Kelly, and Jack walking to the grub truck, right? I went back and I listened. I listened to it carefully because I had people saying, well, on Good Morning America, you can hear it perfectly. And so I thought, how is that possible? You get the raw recording and it's a mess, right? The camera is quite far off. There's wind blowing. There's an awful lot. And the kids are quite far. They're dozens, probably 30 feet at least, maybe 40 feet when they first come around that corner. They're quite a ways away from the audio and the camera. It's very cold. So there's any manner of things that are disruptive to the audio as well as the video, but specifically the audio. Well, I hate to say this, but I'm a little bit skeptical of the Good Morning America audio. There's several things I don't like about it. So let me, I kind of toyed with this. I went back and forth with it and I thought, well, do I really want to include the Good Morning America audio? It is awful to try to listen to. New video of surveillance video, Kaylee, Matt. It is rather awful to listen to, and here's what I mean when I say it's awful to listen to. I don't mean the quality of the recording is awful to listen to. I mean, they don't really let you listen to it. They tell you what it is. They tell you what you're going to hear. And then after you get about 15 or 20 minutes of this, they're telling you everything you're going to hear. They go straight to the question, what did you tell Adam? And then I told Adam everything. You don't get to hear the beginning when they first come around the corner. You don't get to see that Maddie is actually like holding on to Jack, right? Now, do I mean holding on like they're holding hands and they're taking a lover's stroll? Absolutely not. No. I mean, it looks like it looks like at the beginning, either she's cold and she's trying to put her hands like maybe up inside the shirt, or not the shirt, but the coat. Or maybe she's just losing her balance. So she reaches out and kind of holds on to him a second. then you can see when she drops her hand down, he kind of pulls his coat back up over his shoulders. And then you see him walking and she's swinging her arms, right? So I see all that. I know, I went through it at length. But as I went through the Good Morning America video, and I'm trying to get that pulled up. Hold on. I think this is the Fox one. I don't want to show the Fox. I want to show specifically Good Morning America, because everybody was like, oh, but you can hear it so good. It's such a great recording. Hold on. Come on, Good Morning America. No, that's from, did they take it down? Live now from Fox, Good Morning America 4 weeks ago. Did they take the damn thing down? Why would they take it down? Hold on, I'm looking. Sorry. I just watched it late last night and it was here. Okay, so the Fox video is still up 2 days ago. Good Morning America. Here it is. I got it. And again, I apologize for my bandwidth, and things are going to be a little slower than normal today. So I'm waiting on it to upload right now. So while that's uploading, we're going to listen to it. I did, as I said at the beginning of this, I did go through and I pulled up as many recordings of this pre-grub truck audio that is out there. And, you know, I felt like Good Morning America, you know, they're saying, oh, it's so clear you can hear it. Sure. But they're not letting you hear much. They're not playing the whole clip. And that makes me suspect, because why is it that other mainstream media recordings, why aren't theirs like that? So I'm quite, you guys that have been longtime friends in my channel and whatnot, y'all know I am very skeptical of the mainstream media. Not in a weird kind of off way, but that they definitely have a product that they want to promote, right? And they have definitely been shown to engage in things that I would consider unethical, manipulating things in a way that, you know, maybe makes them look a little bit different than they might. I'll never forget Fox News putting out the little dog in New York, Manhattan, that traveled 10 blocks to go right to the hospital where his 80-year-old mommy was getting cancer treatments on the 10th floor, and the little dog knew to go stand by the elevators, and the little dog was going to know, I guess, how to punch the button to get to the 10th grade, not 10th grade, 10th floor. And they supposedly, the story came out because the daughter of the old lady saw the dog in the hospital reception area, and he was waiting on the elevators. Okay, sorry, Fox News, not real, didn't happen. No way did that dog know to go and find the elevators and stand there so he could what? Tell someone to press the 10th floor button for him? So, yeah, you know, that story just irritated me, because I thought, yeah, I know, I recognize it's a feel-good piece and it's supposed to, you know, tug at people's heartstrings and make them feel happy and all that. I get that. And I'm a dog lover, and I've trained my dogs to do fun tricks. My cat will do things on command that cats don't normally do. So I'm an animal lover. But that's not likely that a dog escapes his apartment, tracks his owner 10 blocks through the Manhattan streets where there are literally hundreds of thousands of people walking the streets in any moment, and find the exact hospital and wait on the elevator to go up to the cancer treatment center. No, didn't happen. So Nielsen ratings. Thank you, Alma. Exactly. So look, I do watch the news. I do, but on some of the things, like I'm a bit skeptical of what gets put out. And so I find it quite interesting that Good Morning America supposedly has this very clear recording of what is said, but nobody else could get it that clear. Why? Why is it that no one else could get their audio as clear as Good Morning America? And Good Morning America did not actually play the clip. So there is manipulation there. Hey, Kiki, Merry Christmas to you and everybody else. Okay. Now then, I never watch mainstream media. Right, Sparks? I mean, it's a poor track record, I think, right? Okay. Now then, okay, so I pulled up, let me see, it's already been playing here. The whole clip is 3 minutes long, 2 minutes, 50 seconds in. I'm at the 1 minute, 10-minute mark. Hold on, I'm going to play it for you. All right, why am I not hearing it in my ear? Oh, because I took my ear pod out. Hold on. I know, Brad. If you would quit talking, we would know. Come on, Brad. Damn it, Brad. You can't even find the little clip where where you get to hear the audio. They've limited it so much. Hold on. Come on. NBC News obtaining the footage. It tells what the parent said. Okay, here it is right here. Now listen to this foolishness. At 1:10. Okay, I want you to listen to this. All right, now I got to share this. Present. Dun 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 dun. Bum 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 bum. All right, do y'all have it? Yes, you do. Okay, so let's listen to this. This is Good Morning America right there. And everybody said, oh, you got to go listen to Good Morning America. They cleaned it up. Okay, so let's hear what they let us hear.
Gonzalez's father says it shows her and Madison Mogan walking down Main Street in Moscow, Idaho, with a man whom police have confirmed is not a suspect. Their conversation caught on camera.
What did you say to Adam? I told him.
Okay, that's it.
Footage submitted to authorities as part of the
investigation. That's all you get to hear. They don't tell you anything else. Hold on.
University of Idaho students were murdered.
Listen again. This is it.
News obtaining the surveillance footage. Kaylee Gonzalez's father says it shows her and Madison Mogan walking down Main Street in Moscow, Idaho, with a man whom police have confirmed is not a suspect. Their conversation caught on camera.
What did you say to Adam? I told him.
Okay, that's it. That's all that Good Morning America plays. So I'm not sure why I'm getting this guidance of, oh, well, have you listened to Good Morning America? They have the original. I did listen. I actually listened to every single outlet that was carrying this and the raw video. So I have it. I've listened to it. Now then, hold on just a second. Now, you guys know that truly I have felt like Jack Showalter was the dude. Like, I was convinced. I thought, of course, it's got to be him. And I kept going back to Kylie Rodney, and I kept saying, but look at Kylie Rodney, who ended up being located in exactly the last location of her last ping, right, on her phone, which is what you're always wanting to do. You're always wanting to go to the last verified point in time, or the last verified sighting or location, right? AK's in here. He knows that. He's been really, really busy trying to track down the last actual verified moment of movement with the Suzanne Morphew case. And I think he's absolutely correct, what he's doing. And so I just kind of felt like, what is the likelihood that these two young ladies are with this guy who's lurking? He's kind of hanging out, and then all of a sudden they run off, he runs off, and an hour and a half later, 4 of these kids are dead. Of course this kid's got to be involved. How do you extricate him from this? It makes no sense, right? So come on, I'm owning it. I always try to keep my truth out front and center. I don't, because it makes it life easier for everybody that way. And so, I spent an incredible amount of time looking at this guy, his background. Hours and hours over a course of days, to the point of even looking at his family lineage and heritage, learning where grandparents came from, where great grandparents came from, land ownership, crap like that. I mean, it was just crazy, right? Just looking for patterns and that kind of thing. And I thought, wow, it maybe is in Africa, because there's an African connection to his family. That's possible. And now we got the hunting pictures. But look, can I be honest? If you're hunting big game like elk or whatnot, you're gonna have a knife that is a single piece of metal, like a K-bar, because skin and muscle are very tough. They're very, very tough. And if you go out and you kill a large animal, let's say you backpack into that backcountry in Colorado elk hunting, you've got to field dress any kill that you make so that it doesn't get spoiled, so that the meat remains good and fresh until you can get it back and get it processed. So these guys do have these, Rambo style knives. And that indeed, Jack Showalter's got photographs out there along with family members, and they are field dressing some kind of, I don't know if it's an enormous mule deer or reindeer or probably not a reindeer, but some kind of large deer. And you can see 2 of the K-bar knives, there, but that's what's used because it works. They don't break when they're out there trying to field dress. And I heard somebody say, oh my God, but it was so savage what they did to that animal. They're trying to keep the meat healthy until they can get it back and get it processed. And it has to be done. You have to bleed the animal out. You have to cut it out. You have to do it. Have you ever asked yourself where your tuna comes from? Have you ever asked yourself where your salmon comes from? How far out did they have to go to collect it? Not salmon, but how far out did they have to go to collect redfish? How do the commercial fishermen keep it healthy for you until it can be properly processed? It's not sweet and cute like making marshmallows. It is bloody. It is gross. But it's just a reality, So all those things taken into consideration, you can take all of that evidence and you can point the finger at a guy like Jack Showalter, because he's the last guy seen with these 2 girls. Point the finger and say, look, possibly, I bet the cops are looking at him, right? But now we get one little teeny clip of information, and now I'm different. What I see at the grub truck is not what I saw before. And I think that's a really good lesson in terms of us going through our daily lives. You know, sometimes we look at things and they seem to be one way, they may actually be different than what they appear. So I want to listen to this for just 1 second, and then I'm going to go to the grub truck. Now, one thing I want to point out that Good Morning America and other outlets did not show, and in all honesty, they probably didn't show it out of, you know, the problem related to time, right? Just having the time, you know, that you're paying to put out expensive. Okay, I want you to look at the body language of these kids as they come around that corner. Okay, they come in view of this security camera. Look at the body language. Kaylee is walking like she hasn't got a care in the world. She's actually kind of playing with her feet. It's like she's kind of trying to hold like her knees together as she's walking with big pronounced steps, and it makes her feet look kind of funny. She's just playing. She's kind of bored and meandering along, you know. If you look at how close Maddie is with Jack. And if you look really carefully, it really looks like she's either got one arm inside of his jacket, or she's maybe got her hand inside the back of the jacket, or she's holding on to his waist. So you'll see what I mean. And notice when they're walking, notice their feet. You know how when you walk, like you're connected to, like you're holding each other close as you're walking, you tend to move your legs the same, like both right legs, both left legs, right? Because otherwise you're kind of jerky, bumping against each other. So your stride starts matching. So pay attention to their stride as they're walking. So we didn't get to see all of it. Oops, we didn't get to see all of it, but enough that it does look like she was very close to him. Maybe she was just drunk and lost her balance and grabbed onto him because she was about to fall. I mean, it could have been, it doesn't necessarily mean that they were like being affectionate or romantic towards each other. They could have been just cold. She could have been dizzy and almost fell. I don't know, but what I'm saying here is she doesn't act like she's scared of him. See, do you see how she drops her arm down? Now, see him fix his jacket right after it happens. You can see her hand come off of his waist. They look like it does look like they're either arm in arm or she's holding on to the back of him. See, yes, she's dropping her hand. Now, I know that she's got on a jacket where the sleeves are too long for her, and she's later seen kind of flopping her arms around. I know that. I saw that. I get that. But this is right at the very beginning. In the Good Morning America stream, the others didn't show this part. I think that's quite interesting that they did not show it. Do you know what I mean? This is some of the most interesting in terms of for political consumption. I mean, public consumption. This is some of the most interesting footage that they have. Why in the hell would the news not want to show every second of it? Think about it. It's not a long clip. They intentionally did not show this for some reason. And my question is why? So they're both she's definitely not sure on her feet. They are right next to each other. You can see his body language. He's kind of leaning towards her. Kaylee's off, completely off to the side by herself. And now she dropped her hand. You can see where her hand is right here. It had been right over here. Maybe she had her hand in the pocket. Maybe it just because it was super cold, right? And you're going to see him adjust his coat after she moves away. He's going to adjust it and like get it back on.
What did you say to Adam?
Okay. Okay, the big argument here is she saying, Maddie, what did you say to Adam? Or is she saying, Jack, what did you say to Adam? Well, shoot. I hate when I do that. Damn it. I love my touch screen because you can. Come on. Warm my hands up, see if I can get it working. No. All right. The big argument is she saying, Maddie, what did you say to Adam? Or is she saying, Jack, what did you say to Adam? Everybody that are adamant, and they say, no, she says Maddie, her father said that. Well, you're talking about Kaylee's father said that, correct? So Kaylee's father said it, and the news told you. The news said to you, you're going to hear, Maddie and Kaylee talking. It's almost like they want to completely write Jack out of the story, right? And I kind of felt like, wait a minute, I kind of have a bit of a responsibility here because I did kind of come at Jack pretty hard. And now this video has changed my mind about Jack. For one thing, I do think they address Jack. To me, I'm owning. Good God. Hold on a minute. It's 0-degree weather coming in my room. Hold on. Shit. Woo. Cold out there. It's cold out there, you little puppies. Lord. Yeah. Okay. So, for me, I spent I don't know, hours playing with this video, changing it, the audio part, to make some sense, to see if I could hear what's being said. I am convinced that they say, Jack, what did you say to Adam? And it does sound like it is a man that's responding. And yes, I agree. Maddie has a very alto voice. She does have a low tone to her voice. I agree, 100%. So sometimes I listen to it and I think, no, I think that could be Maddie. Then other times I listen to it and I think, no, that sounds like a guy, but we've messed with the audio so much trying to hear what's being said that it's much higher than it might normally be. And I went to Truth and Transparency's video and listened to Jack talking. I listened to Maddie talking through the telephone, and it just sounds like Jack answering. And if you pay attention, it looks like Jack is looking directly at Kaylee when it's said.
you say to Adam? Like, I told Adam everything.
And then we got that white truck that pulls up back there. My question is, you know, who's driving the white truck? See how Kaylee's playing with her feet as she's walking? Damn it, that damn door will not stay shut. That's crazy. Hold on. Can't open it yet. Why won't the door stay shut, guys? Okay, I think I got it that time. Oh, it's cold. Cold. I'm under a enormous, I have wool socks on. I have base layer on. I am under a heavy down comforter and I am still freezing. It's very cold where I'm at. Lots of wind. Okay. So it doesn't, at this point, let me say this. At this point, it doesn't make any difference to me whether Jack answers or Maddie answers. I don't care. I am convinced that Kaylee says, Jack, what did you say to Adam? I'm convinced of it. There's, at this point, I don't know what else someone else could play that would change my mind. If it came back that the front of the video had been cut off and there actually is 2 syllables, then I would absolutely change my mind and I wouldn't have any trouble doing that. But what was given, what was provided is absolutely 1 syllable. Ack. What did you say to Adam? And Adam turns to answer. Look at this. You can see the side. You can see him turned around. Here's his cap. You can see his profile. You can see that she's tilted toward looking over this direction. Poor old Maddie was just drunker than a coot. She's drunker than Cooter Brown. Okay, I love that old saying. She was drunker than Cooter Brown. So I don't know. It also, I'm about to show the grub truck footage again to continue this conversation related to Jack. But this proves, in my mind, that there was no disagreement between these 2 girls and Jack. He is included in this conversation. Maddie is walking close to him, almost looking like she's either hanging on to him because she's dizzy or her hand's cold, it's in his pocket. That there's comfort there. Physiologically, they're comfortable near each other. This group was together, y'all. These girls were not under duress from this guy. And I'm convinced that he says, we're going to ditch those guys and you're going to go home. We're going to ditch those guys and you're going to go home. I didn't go back far enough. Hold on. Here we go. We're going to ditch those guys and then you'll go home. The man is making a plan. He's telling the girls what to do. And then here's the big one. Here's the big part. That's exactly what happens moments later. They go to the grub truck. They figure it out and they run and go get in the car with someone that I am convinced it's prearranged. And then he does not stick around and talk to people. He too is gone. They did exactly what in this tiny little clip they're saying they were going to do. We're going to ditch these guys and then go home. So if we think about the sum total of the recording, if you think about everything that we've heard in the recording, if what I'm hearing is right, maybe I'm hearing it wrong. Maybe Good Morning America's got it right. I don't know, but it's not what I hear. Okay. Then they're having a conversation together. Maddie is getting help from Jack, whether it's to hold on to get warm, whatever. Kaylee's walking around playing with her feet. Maybe she's cold. Maybe she's just being goofy. Maybe she was bored with the whole drama. Who knows? And as they're walking, he's like, they say, Jack, what did you say to Adam? And then either Maddie or Jack says, oh, I told Adam everything. And then moments later, then before that, you hear, well, look, we're going to ditch those guys and we're going to go home. We're going to ditch these guys and then we're going to go home. And then, Jack, what did you say to Adam? Doesn't that seem like a natural progression of a conversation? The guy is saying, we're going to ditch these guys and go home. And then Kaylee says, Jack, what did you say to Adam? Oh, I told Adam everything. It's a natural progression in a conversation. Somebody was definitely causing the girls trouble. Jack is trying to figure out a way to, get them out of whatever's going on and be done with it, not be bothered and burdened with it anymore. And then moments later, we watch the grub truck. That's just what they do. They ditch the place and Jack runs away and they all go home. And the big question is for Adam, because Adam knows everything. Adam has been told everything connected to why is it that Jack is saying we're going to ditch these guys. So Adam is on the hot seat, in my opinion.
What did you say to Adam? I told him everything. What did you say to Adam? I told him everything.
All right, now then, now I'm going to go to the grub truck because that's where they're headed during this little clip that we just watched. They're walking to the grub truck. So now we're going to watch the grub truck footage. If I've got the bandwidth. There we go. Share. And I'm using Plunder. She's got it up. So we're going to play Plunders. So if you haven't subscribed to her, please go. She does excellent work. All right. So now let's listen and watch. We're going to first see them come around right here. And let's watch and this time I'm going to watch with the view of Jack is the good guy. Jack is legitimately trying to just, hey, let's get y'all home. I want to get home. I don't want any trouble. I want to figure out how to get out of here, get out of this, whatever this was. But Adam knows what it was. Adam has the answers.
Yeah. I mean, that didn't make up for it, but like.
No, it's amusing, though. It's fun to watch other people dance the ball.
Yeah.
Have a good night. Hello.
Okay. And so as they walk up, this guy is speaking to them through taking their order. So what you're going to hear, Kaylee ordering food and whatnot. And pay close attention to Big Joe right here. Big Joe and his little friend right here are making a beeline view of who? Kaylee. It's very interesting.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Thanks. I think I would like the carbonara.
Okay.
Now, somebody that's very interesting to me is number 9. Number 9 right here. Number 9 also has a friend that shows up. So number 9 will have a friend that shows up who's also in a jersey like this, but he's got like a hoodie top on it, so you can't see who he is, right? He also is paying close attention to Kaylee and Maddie, and Maddie doesn't notice him. Maddie does make a face and go over and hug him, and he grabs her pretty tight, and then he's got some kind of strange reaction to her as well. But there's no doubt he sees her. Like he's honed in hard. See, he's the first one to make contact. He's the first one. He yells, he holds his hand up, and now she's about to respond. It gets her attention. She's about to respond.
Free grub on my
Oh, yep. So what you
And Joe recognizes that she's coming. He's watching her. I think his peripheral. I think he's watching them.
want to do is we'll actually
Now, this is his friend back here that's got the hoodie on. He kind of stays in the background, while all this other stuff is happening. Come on.
I do this.
Now, she didn't stay there very long, right? I mean, it was a pretty quick hug and away. They didn't stop to like talk or chatter or, nothing. But again, these two old guys are watching. They're seeing all this. They're being aware of it. Joe says, ooh, they were drunk. What? You live in a college town, Joe. You're damn near 40 years old running around at 3 o'clock in the morning with a bunch of drunk college kids. Of course there's drunk kids there. Why would you say, ooh? Oh, did somebody get their feelings hurt at Corner Club?
Cool. Thank you.
Absolutely.
He's still watching. He actually, in the beginning, I thought that she had made a choice to go that way. But then after going through this over and over and over, he actually stepped back so he's in front of her. See his back foot here? He actually stepped back. There's no room between him and the trash can. Look where his foot is. That's where she slipped through when she went over there to hug this guy right here. Now watch what he does when she gets finished with the hug and starts back.
Cool. Thank you.
Absolutely.
It's blocked now. So now she doesn't know where she's going to go. Bill, hold on. Never mind. I can't mute. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. I'll help you down. Hold on. Can you help me? It's okay. You're okay, Macy. Stop. Stop. Sorry about that. I had dog trouble. Okay. So he steps back and now he's blocked the way. And so now she doesn't know how she's going to get back over to Kaylee.
Absolutely.
He's watching. Look, oh my God. He knows he stepped in front. He knows he blocked it. I think he knows.
How many more do you need?
Very uncomfortable.
That's the second one? Awesome.
Don's mom. Oh, wait. Yeah, one more.
Maybe I
Here.
didn't have a fruit one.
It's right here.
And then what was the mac?
Don't forget to remove the
The
spoon.
The
carbonara.
carbonara mac of the week.
Here, I'll grab it for you.
Excellent. And then click see rewards.
Enjoy.
And it looks like you've not quite have enough points yet.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
And then you said
$10 for it.
Perfect.
I do have a big burrito pork here for you.
Cool. Thank you.
478. Thank you very much. Where'd the pen go, guys? Where's my pen? How are you guys doing?
How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I seem to have lost my pen, but that's fine. What can I get for you?
Can I get
Just
the
2 John
5
Tom's?
cheese mac and cheese, please?
Definitely.
I get
Thank you. Thank you.
and then pork tacos.
Oh yeah. How many fruit tacos would you like?
You see how Maddie turns and gets in between Kaylee and the big guy? She stepped to get to turn her back to him and sort of shield Kaylee.
It just comes with
It's one, but they're like 6 to 7 ounce tacos. They're not like small little street tacos. I normally eat 2, 3 is a lot for me.
So one would be fine if I was getting pasta or
Yeah.
mac and cheese too.
Yeah, that's gonna be
I better
almost 2 pounds of
I
food.
better get 2.
Okay, you got it.
I got
2 pork tacos? Done. 1 5 cheese, 1 basil pesto, 2 pork tacos, $24.50 for you.
Sweet, thank you.
2 Don Tom's.
$79.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to do this. Hold on. If we decide,
Yeah.
since we live
Oh, people have fallen.
Right there. Look right there. It's not good. He stood there so long.
Hold on.
See? So he stood there so long like that. And what did he say? He said, "Oh, well, it's funny, you know, drunk people make fun of yada yada." What's she doing that's funny? What's he laughing at? Why is he looking at? What's she doing? She's not doing anything. She's on her phone. She's not falling around, stumbling around like Maddie was. So what's the interest?
If we decide,
Yeah.
since we live
Oh, people have fallen.
And back here, you got the Jersey guy that came up with this fella. And then there's Jack. And he's watching, he's just observing all that. Something is so odd.
People.
She's watching him. You can see her head move that direction as he begins to move back.
If we decide, since we live
Oh, people have fallen.
Now watch her head. She's gonna, as he begins to move. He's looking at her right now, I believe. I think. But watch her. She watches him as he begins to move back.
People.
See how she sort of moved directions, moved her shoulder back a little bit. You know, another thing I think that's interesting about this really brief interaction here the majority of this time, she's kept her head down, right? The majority of this time, she's kept her head down. She's either in her phone or she's whispering to Maddie. This is one of the few times that she is looking up and she's making eye contact. And in this, I think she looks frightened. I think she looks scared of Joe.
People have fallen over reduce for you. Sorry.
And I don't know. I wondered, is she telling her friend that's dressed in the black, this girl right here? Because now the girl that's dressed in the black seems to be staring at Joe as well. If you look down at the bottom, down here. Is the friend that came up and hugged her, is she now really looking at Joe? Is Joe the one that they're ditching?
We decided since we.
He's listening. He's there. He's hovering. So bizarre.
Oh, people have fallen.
And at this point right here, everybody's staring at Joe. Kaylee, the girl that's in the black, and then Jack is back over here. And again, this guy's just hovering. I'm not sure what his deal is, but he's just hanging out, living his best life.
People have fallen.
See how long she watches him?
Over reduce for you. Sorry, I'm talking to Twitch stream. Oh, you're so good. Absolutely. Thank you. How are you doing?
Very good. How about yourself?
I'm doing extremely well. What sounds good?
Can I get a big burrito?
Yeah. For the big burrito, would you like pork or chicken? Chicken. Got it.
Oh,
and then you said a Mountain Dew?
Yes, please.
Excellent. Big burrito chicken and a Mountain Dew. We're going to do $11. There's some Mountain Dew and order 80. Thank you very much.
Hello.
Hello.
I need 2 chicken burritos with extra slaw.
2 chicken burritos with extra slaw. $19 for you.
I know I have a $6 waiting for me. I would like to use it.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
So,
Let's see rewards.
ha 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 ha. There we
Oh,
go.
fuck, I just hit your jacket. Sorry, man.
Oh, yeah.
$13.
And now Joe makes a beeline to buddy up with Jack. Like he's been waiting for an opportunity to figure out how to get close to these 2 girls.
Always found.
So what is Jack saying? What's Jack saying right there? I don't want any trouble.
Oh,
Look at his hands. I don't want any trouble.
Order 81. Thank you. Extra slaw? Is that a charge? No, it's not a charge. It's just a modifier. Hello.
They have Apple Pay.
How's
We
your
have
night going?
Apple Pay, right?
Of course we do.
Of course you have Apple Pay. Yes. Hi, camera. Okay.
Chicken taco. You got it.
I'll do the 5 cheese mac and cheese.
Okay.
I know you're freezing.
So Kaylee's now moved back away. Put her back to.
I know you're freezing.
So here's my question. They're not trying to get away from Jack. Jack's with them. Jack says to them, we're going to ditch these guys and then go home. So is it Joe? Joe admittedly was at the corner club. Admittedly. And then they do ditch. They do exactly what Jack said.
Please. No, I'm getting. No matter what. Like, hey, please, he's waiting.
We'll do 2 5 cheese.
Like, I'm adding 2, or you're making it? It's now 2.
Oh,
Sorry.
2.
You're adding 2. Excellent. Gotcha. Okay. Anything else?
Read?
Of all those people standing around, why is it that Joe was so focused on Jack? How is it that he ends up making such good friends with Jack?
Come on, you're the last one.
Okay.
You got it. So I have a chicken taco and 3 5-cheese mac and cheeses. Okay. $27.75.
Hey. Hey.
How many apples in the Mac of the week? 0, TJ.
All of them.
0.
Don't let them lie to you.
Order 82. Thank you.
Can I get?
We already got a 5 cheese.
Wait, you got one?
Yeah, come on.
Oh my god. Can I get a Macafire?
You got it, man. One Mac and 5, $9 for you.
Perfect, thank you.
Absolutely.
Yes, it's going.
Tough.
Of course. Awesome. Dessert burrito for it's ready. I was letting go.
Time to start
Still warm,
the
Joe?
old car. It's been a while. Oh,
For what?
First time I used, well, NFC. I don't have an Apple device, so it wasn't having to pay. I was desperate.
For the tap on the card.
Wait, say that again?
Never used my phone until I had like a store.
Oh, really?
Always had my cards.
Okay. It's because you're too prepared, Derek. Like,
Your
it's probably
wallet.
good to not lose your wallet. Really solid. Love it. Very
So,
pleased.
Joe,
All
how
right,
close are we
back
to
in.
you sitting down on Friday nights?
I mean, that was a solid rush. It's a good thing that it ended.
And she
but
says to Joe, F you, mister.
This is Friday and Saturday in a row.
And Jack's going to say, don't worry about it. They're drunk.
I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot, guys.
Guess he's gonna need extra slow in a second. This bad boy.
Tebow's thinking to himself, if I start slowing down on Meg, maybe I'll get to sit down. He's going to try to sabotage me.
I actually was wondering if I was going too slow and you were going to switch it back. And I was really scared of that. That's what I was scared of. Nope.
Yes, let that fear.
You guys, like, the highest ticket time I saw was 13 minutes, which is, I'm very satisfied. You guys have worked on the truck, and Derek and I have been the ones on Grill and Mac, and we've had longer ticket times than that. Like, you're doing well.
Really? Pork. I got this for you.
What did I miss? Reduce.
And then, like, they want their
Tomahawks. What's this?
Garlic and extra.
Yeah, definitely.
And then can I?
Of course. We're doing death by garlic with chicken, 5 cheese with chicken. Anything else? Love it. $23.
And now they're about to do their thing.
Do you guys have any NFC? Go Ben. Any whatever sort of payment you have on your phone, we can take. Order 84. Thank you. We do not have the scan one though. So like if you're trying to pay with Cash App, you have to like scan a thing. We don't have any sort of QR crap. How are you doing?
Sorry, good
Oh,
for
no.
you.
Good. Excellent. Sorry. What can I get you?
Can I get 2 chicken tacos?
2 chicken tacos. You got it.
What big burrito? Chicken.
$7.50 if that's everything for you.
Or just slide?
Yeah, slide, tap, insert, facing you with a chip, any of it. Order 85.
Okay. Joe's the first one to point out they're leaving. He's the first one to point it out. Why?
Thank you.
Now, the next question I have is, why would Joe walk up to the food truck people and say, did you just give them their food? Why is he so damn interested in when they're getting their food? I mean, look how fast he walks up. And he's watching. Look, see how he's peeking around the end? I think he's looking to see, are they getting in the car with someone? What kind of car are they getting into? Jack turns around and looks, and then he waves goodbye to the girls, and he's gone out of there.
Can I get it with that? Chipotle slaw.
And Joe's still checking to see what's going to be going on with these total strangers. People he didn't know anything about, but my goodness, he seems very interested.
Yes, you
still watching.
Without the onion salsa.
No.
All right. I don't know, y'all. It definitely is a different. It's definitely a different perspective.
Order 85.
They're not even around the corner, and Joe's pointing, saying, "Hey, they're leaving."
Thank you.
And he immediately look at him peeking. He's leaned over to look around, like he has something at stake, watching what these girls are up to. This guy is an old guy, y'all. Why would he care what they're doing? Do you see any of these other people watching them and waiting to see where they're going, what are they doing? No, nobody cares. And by his own admission, he walks up and says, "Hey, did y'all just give them somebody's food?"
Can I get it with that? Chipotle slaw.
Yes, you absolutely
And
can.
then without the onion salsa.
No salsa.
Yeah, different. Definitely a different perspective for me. Totally changes. And I'm convinced that Maddie looks at Joe and says, "F you, mister." He keeps his eye on the girls or Jack. I mean, he was zeroed in on them that whole time. Look at that. If you just look at just body language, what direction is his body language? Now he's turned the other direction because the girls are over there. Now he's looking over in that direction.
Photo, maybe taking a selfie. It's not clear.
Yeah, I mean that doesn't make up for it, but like.
No, it's amusing though. It's fun.
He hasn't yet seen him yet. He's looking at this guy right here.
I want to watch other people
Right,
miserable.
yeah.
Now he
Good
sees
night.
him.
Hello.
Hi.
Wow, it's a completely different picture, isn't it?
Welcome back.
Thanks. I think I would like to.
And he's looking back at Jack.
the carbonara.
Okay.
Yeah, they both.
But if I have like a free grub truck on my like app,
Oh, yep. So what you want to do is we'll actually do this.
He's turning around to watch Maddie.
There you
cool.
go.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
How many more do you need?
Uh,
That's the second one? Awesome.
Don's mom. Oh wait, yeah, one more.
Maybe I
Here.
didn't have a free one.
It's right here.
And then what was the next?
Don't forget to remove the
The
spoon.
The
carbonara.
carbonara mac of the week.
Here, I'll grab it for you.
Excellent. And then click see rewards.
Enjoy.
And it looks like you not quite have enough points yet.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
And then you said
$10 for you.
Perfect.
I do have a big burrito pork here for you.
Cool. Thank you.
Order 78. Thank you very much. Where'd the pen go, guys? Where's my pen? How are you guys doing?
How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I seem to have lost my pen, but that's fine. What can I get for you?
Can I get
Just 2 John's Moms?
cheese, mac and cheese, please?
Definitely.
I get
Thank you. Thank you.
and pork tacos.
Oh yeah. How many pork tacos would you like?
Just come with one.
It's one, but they're like 6 to 7 ounce tacos. They're not like small little street tacos. I normally eat 2, 3 is a lot for me.
So one would be fine if I was getting pasta or
Yeah.
mac and cheese too.
Yeah, that's gonna be
I better
almost 2 pounds of
I
food.
better get 2.
Okay, you got it.
I got
2 pork tacos? Done. 1 5 cheese, 1 basil pesto, 2 pork tacos, $24.50 for you.
Sweet, thank you.
2 Don's Moms.
$79.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna do this. Hold on. If we decide,
Yeah.
since we live
Oh, people have fallen.
All right. Okay, I'm done for today. I'm going to read some comments and see what I don't see anything weird here except for the girls acting well, Maddie acting obnoxious, everybody else is chilling and talking. Why is this grown man hanging out sober at a food truck at 2 a.m. and so focused on these 2 young ladies and Jack, right? I think Kaylee coming back with new truck and to visit stirred something up. No, Joe is not a student. Joe is, he calls himself a music producer. And he's very interested in men's fashion. I don't know what that's about. I wonder if one of the girls would have survived. Right, exactly, Alma. Yeah, would have been terrible. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's that little clip that they released really.
If we decide, since we live
Oh, people have fallen.
That little clip that they released has really changed things, hasn't it? I don't think she's obnoxious either. I think she's really intoxicated. And she just seems to kind of be standing, trying to stay out of the way. I don't know, Tommy. I don't know. We know he drives a big truck. We don't know what it is, though, or at least I don't. Let's check out Chef Dizzy also. Bombshell. There are some people that say that the guy that comes into the grub truck wearing this poncho, that is Chef Dizzy. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. I hate to say that. It could be. But I can't see it really, right? Yeah, I'm with the one who knows. the one who knows, I'm with you on the Joe thing. I felt, if you go back to my very first video that I made about the grub truck surveillance or Twitch stream, I've always felt like Joe was pretty shady. Just odd, not being able to put my my finger on it, but just different, strange that this nearly 40-year-old guy is at 2 a.m. buying macaroni and cheese, talking shit about college students being drunk. Of course, they're going to be there drunk. They've had all kinds of Greek parties. Of course, there's going to be young people there drinking. Of course, the bars have closed down. That's why the grub truck is there making money, because they know those people are finished at the bars and looking for food. So it just seems unusual. I don't know. Now that I look at Jack, now that I don't pay attention to Jack, I dismiss the fact that he's there. I accept what I see on the surveillance video where he says, or where somebody says, "What did you tell Adam?" And then the answer is, "I told Adam everything." I accept that video for what it is. I accept what my eyes can see. I can accept what my eyes hear. And Jack is a comrade. He's with them. They're together comfortably. No discomfort involved. That when you do that and you only watch Joe's movements, he was zeroed in on these girls. What do you think? So we have, let's see how many. We've got 230 people. If you guys think that Joe seemed very aware of the two girls, maybe even befriended Jack because he saw Jack with the two girls. Remember, Joe has admitted that he saw them at the corner club right before this. Remember, Joe's the big dude, yeah. Who likes men's fashion. The only reason that I bring that up is because he's got like a whole, I'm not gonna like dox all of his stuff and stuff, but he, like, trust me, more than normal, he's very focused on his appearance, which matter. I think that's important to consider for, a middle-aged man. And I could make the argument, I'm not saying that's nefarious, so please don't get me wrong. He wants to be a music producer. He's trying to hire, musicians to work with him. Maybe he would be especially focused on the way he dressed, right? Maybe. Well, no, Alma, like sincerely focused, like really, well, you can tell right there he's well dressed. I mean, he looks good, but he loves shoes. He's got a penchant for shoes. That's evident by some of his online social. I'm going to put it this way: social media presence. You don't often run across guys that put up fashion pages. It's not a common. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean they're bad. It doesn't mean it's it's an interesting psychological factor, right? He's very tuned in and focused on his appearance. And that, yeah. So, but that goes along with the whole music industry. If that's your goal, if that's your desire to be part of that type of group, we know that Ina and Harsh, Chef Dizzy, he was in the music industry. So does he know Joe? And the other guy, my boy Ray, call me my boy Ray. Again, musician. Is he one of Joe's? So some, things are interesting. Joe's an interesting guy. And what we were told is that one of the guys at the grub truck was not a person of interest. They had been rolled out. Remember? A guy. Very interesting. Yeah, it's very interesting. He's sure not worried about it. Oh, the cop wasn't turned to the cap wasn't turned to the side. The cap wasn't turned to the side. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? The cap wasn't turned to the side. Dog Lover says it's just a towny busybody that likes pretty girls and they got their food first. Yes, Kirsten. Yeah, I have the same wonder. His physique is off, way off. Look at his back. It looks like he has. Oh, I don't know about that. That's way too. I don't know. I personally don't care about anyone's weight. Yeah, I'm saying Milma. Did you notice law enforcement verbiage Adam on the latest press release? No, I did not, Allie. How many days ago was the press release? Thank you, Alma. The murderer might have been a female. So there are, let's see, how do I say this? There is a group online that feel that one of the girls, one of the survivors, may be connected to the ski mask guy. Is that what you're talking about? Right, Kirsten, but he wasn't. He was standing back. Joe has to go for him. Joe walks over to him. He was standing back, minding his own business, and it was Joe that befriends him. Again, Joe can't keep his eyes off. Whatever direction the girls are, that's where Joe's interest is. And I believe this is this where? Yeah, this is exactly where he goes over and starts talking to. He goes over to start talking to Jack, right? He's staring at Kaylee pretty hard. She walks over to where Maddie is, out of the way. He's watching her walk over. And now he gets focused onto Jack. And we're going to see him say something to Jack. You kind of got to watch the bottom and the top. Okay? So he's looking at Jack. Jack's looking at him. And now he says something to Jack like, you know, if we just had to guess, what if he's saying, hey, no hard feelings about what happened at Corner Bar? Jack says, you know, kind of looks at him like skeptical, like, is there going to be a problem here? Joe is still doing the talking. I'm going to go all the way back here. This is where they start talking right here. Because see where Joe's got his hand out here?
Always.
Jack says, I don't want any trouble. What? He goes over. Joe's hand is up here. See how he's reaching out toward Jack? Hey, don't worry about what happened at Corner Club. Everything's fine. Don't worry.
Hell yeah.
Worth it.
Oh, always.
Jack says, no, I don't want any trouble. And then they're good.
Or A1.
And that's it. Then they're side by side talking the rest of the time.
Extra slot? Is that a charge? No, it's not a charge. It's just a modifier. Hello.
They have Apple Pay.
That's
We
when I
have
go.
Apple Pay, right?
Of course we do.
Of course you have Apple Pay. Yes. Hi, camera.
The other thing I think that's very interesting about this, I think it's very interesting that Jack has really pretty much stayed out of the way. He's really kind of not interacted with anybody at all. He's really kind of been in the shadows. And then once Joe approaches him and starts talking to him, now Jack gets really animated. I think that's interesting.
I'll get okay. Chicken taco.
Chicken taco. You got it.
I'll do the 5 cheese mac and cheese.
Okay.
I know you're freezing.
No, please. No, I'm getting yours no matter what. Like, please, he's waiting. We'll do 2 fried cheese.
Like, I'm adding 2, or you're making it. It's now 2.
Oh,
Sorry.
2.
You're adding.
It's just so interesting, isn't it? That Joe was hanging out with these 2 right here who are older, and he keeps staying focused on the girls, and then just outright just approaches Jack, and then he doesn't leave Jack's side. He stays right with him. Between Jack and Adam, I think the cops know what happened. I think they know who it is that the girls were having trouble with. And now they're just trying to make the case. These are the guys that were in the house. That's my, and I think that's going to be very hard to do. Don't get me wrong. I think it's going to be very hard to do because all these people have been in their house. Well, we would assume, I guess, Joe has not been in their house, right? But I mean, we know Jack's been in the house. Adam's been in the house. So it's I don't know. It's pretty messy. See quote above from press release. Alley to okay. Another video. Okay, y'all listen. Another video believed to be taken on the night of the murders. Investigators have identified an individual called Adam in the video, and he is cooperating with detectives. Very nice. Very nice. Thank you, Allie. Thank you. Adam is in the same fraternity. Adam is in the same fraternity as Jack DeCour, correct? Yeah, exactly, Marilyn. It was definitely, I mean, we saw video. This is not Jack D here in this video. This is Jack Showalter. Cooperating is a very powerful word. To me, I don't hear any suggestion Adam also quit his job. Well, let me ask you that. Martin Smallwood, welcome. Hi there. They're roommates. So Jack DeCour and Adam are roommates. So, you know, if this were Wild Speculation Friday, which it's not, then I might give my, you know, speculative account of what could have happened. If you go back through Kaylee's social media, and I mean back like years, Kaylee's relationship with Jack DeCour was not all sunshine and roses. She was troubled. He either was prone to having little titty baby fits, or maybe we could even say he was an abusive cyclically. Like, as long as she was with him, then everything was okay. But if she wanted to be on her own, he would have his little titty baby fit and people would get upset. I also found the video of the car, and it does appear like it's him driving. It was a couple of years old, but I think the reason that I sent it to the cops, and in the email I said this, and it was not so much that the video would show who did what, but it definitely shows a connection between Jack DeCour and this white Elantra. But more importantly, it shows a guy who's being really impulsive and really dangerous. He's driving the car on the sidewalk. He had to have been going at least 40, 50 miles an hour. Sincerely, a pretty shocking, eye-opening video. I mean, it was pretty unbelievable. And I think it was a clip they missed. You know how all the Sigma Chi, you know how they all deleted all their social media? This was uploaded on a different person's account. I had gone down a rabbit hole following this connected person, and they recorded it. And they were laughing at him. They were making fun of him. And they were calling him Jack. I thought, of course, I did. I thought that it was Jack Showalter. And when I tried to connect a profile picture to the profile of the driver, it hit the profile's not the same. Jack's side view. Hold on. Bill, those are dirty dishes in the wash machine. Okay, sorry. So it wasn't him. It's not Showalter driving the white car. And when I use the newest picture that we have of Jack D, where he's got Murphy with him beside the truck, it's a perfect match, or nearly perfect. Kaylee's parents are both architects. Maybe he believed they would get back together. She didn't want to, and she was taking Murphy. Yeah, Kirsten, I agree. He had, in terms of what we know, not what the cops know, because clearly they know much more than anything we even come close to knowing. But the little bit that we know, Jack D's got motive. Not very good motive, don't get me wrong, but if he didn't want to break up, if he didn't want her to leave, what if she's running from him? What if she's trying to get away from him? Something to think about. I'm going to tell you, if one of my exes tried to show up at my funeral or my memorial service, I just can't even think about. I mean, that's just too, it's crazy. And yet there he was up on the stage hugging Kaylee's mom. It was very weird, y'all. She was leaving. She was going to Austin. He was not on her social media. What if she had blocked him? What if she was trying to get away from him? I didn't mean washing machine, Tommy. Dishwasher. Not all of them, Alma. Some of them take it very badly. Didn't Jack Dad have a white Elantra? I do not know, Martin. I do not know. I think there's been people that have come in and said Jack D's dad had one, but I don't have that. I don't know. Steve was not happy. Oh no. Steve was not happy. I don't think Adam had motive, not a bit. No. I think Adam has the story. I think Adam knows the truth. Adam has been told what was happening. Crime Circus makes what points, Allie? I don't think Crime Circus. Oh, very uncomfortable. Wait, what? Very weird. The mother wanted Kaylee to marry Jack D. The rejection aspect. Me too, Alma. Me too. There is photographic proof of the car being a white Elantra in that. Really? Jack D's alibi was Adam. I don't know. Again, I just have to believe what my eyes see and believe what my ears hear. And watching that surveillance video, the girls were very comfortable with Jack, and either Jack or Maddie, it doesn't matter which one of them told Adam everything. So I don't know how Adam is going to be implicated as being a part of this plot. I don't think so. I think Kaylee was, legitimately curious what Jack D knew. What was he told? What was going on to know, so she would know what her status was. If she's trying to hide from Jack D, she wants to get out of town. What better way than go back to school and see Maddie? If he's supposed to be 90 miles away. So did he follow her? I mean, those were his friends there. He's, that's the other thing about Jack D. He peaked in high school, maybe his early years in college, but he was done. I mean, had a dead end, boring job. He was not living his best life anymore. And he's watching this gorgeous young woman that he would never have another lady like that again in his life, I'm sure. And he was watching her. She was on the verge of a really exciting and interesting life. And more important than that, she was going to be out of his reach. And if she had blocked him from everything, so did he throw a fit? Did he make threats? Is that why the girls were calling? Is that why they were saying, please, Jack, we share a dog together? Was she trying to smooth things over, calm him down, keep him from being angry? Welcome, Maxie. Good to see you. His friends told him that she was at the bar. How do we know that, Shelby? So you think that Adam, the bartender, called Jack D and said, hey man, Kaylee's here. That's okay. I see. Okay. Hey, Mike. The police have it recorded. The phone evidence. Yeah, sure. Absolutely. I agree, Shelby. We don't know anything. The tiny little bit that has been given to us is it's such a small window into that night. Look, here's what I believe. If this was Jack D and he was upset, about this whole breakup thing and her leaving and whatnot. If all that's true, we don't know that it is, but just let's say speculatively, if that's the case, he's not a trained assassin, right? He's not a trained assassin. He's not a serial killer. He's not someone that has special skills to get in and get out and be unseen and not drop a hair. That's not who he is. If it's him, he's pissed. He's angry. If I can't have you, no one is going to have you. And I blame that damn Maddie too. That damn Maddie is part of the problem. Why did you listen to Maddie? Everything was fine between us until you let Maddie influence you. Maddie's the reason that our relationship fell apart. Maddie did it. So there's your mindset. So he goes in, he does this messy thing with two drunk girls who may, for all intent and purposes, have been passed out when he walks in and not really even known what was going on, right? But then Ethan hears something because the guy's not a trained assassin. And Ethan walks out like, what the hell's going on? And he's surprised. And that's why downstairs, the cops have said the stuff that happened on the second floor, they were in the fight for their lives, both Ethan and Xana. Xana had bruises. She had cuts, defensive wounds. They were both Ethan and Xana were fighting. So, no, I think there's evidence. I think there's probably a lot of evidence that they've picked up. I don't, waitress. So yes, there was money sent, not a lot. It was a small amount of money that was sent by Ethan. And then I believe was it the sister of, what's that kid's name? Jack Cavish. Look, I'm going to just point this out to y'all. Would it ever occur to you to give $6 to somebody's memorial fund? Is that not a bizarre, strange number to give? I do too, Moonstone. Oh, absolutely, Tommy. Yeah. Yeah, $6, Shelby. It's a really strange amount. Very strange amount. For somebody who's been friends with you for how long? Right? Weird. Very weird. Well, we're talking about Cavish. He donated to the memorial funds for the 4 victims. He gave $6 to each one. I believe that Ethan and Xana were unintended targets. I believe they were collateral. It was accidental. He was coming down the stairs to leave, and he either stumbled upon Ethan or Xana. Maybe they were getting a drink of water. Maybe they had gone to the bathroom. Maybe Ethan heard something upstairs and he went upstairs to see what in the hell was going on. Thank you, Black Rose. I appreciate your super chat. Jules, you are correct. It is a strange amount. It does seem to be very odd. Yeah. And there were 6 people in the house. If we're gonna focus on $6 for each of the donations to the memorial funds, you start exploring, well, what could the number 6 mean? And obviously some people have said, oh, 666 is the mark of the devil. I don't tend to fall toward that thought, but there were 6 people who lived in that house. So that's interesting. Is there significance for the number 24? 6 times 4 is 24. It all happened on the 12th. So, 6 plus 6 is 12. I got your 6 is military for I'm watching your back. So I don't know. What else do the 6s, what else could it be? Jack Showalter is hoodie guy. I can't figure out how to hide my microphone on this, so don't talk. Use sign language. Jack Showalter, Jack Kavish, Jack DeCour. There's Jake. And there's another Jack. Who's the Jack? I'm missing one of the Jacks. Yeah, Robin, there's a lot of people in the Sigma Chi group that their social media had a lot of references to satanic worship, you know. But you have to realize that a lot of that music that they like is including that kind of crap with it. So, you know, it's dumb what these kids get involved in, and it's just stupid. Now, is it possible that somebody who's unstable emotionally or psychologically, poor reality testing, could they get wrapped up in it and believe it, look at it as some kind of sacrificial kind of maybe, certainly, but not an entire, no, I don't think the whole Sigma Chi group is sitting around worshiping the devil. No, nothing like that. But they do, they do kind of like it. Like Metallica is always associated that with devil worship, but that's part of that kind of artistic kind of thing, marketing thing. But no, tons of people listen to Metallica that are Christian. They go to church. They don't care. Could there be an unstable person who takes it too far and gets confused? Absolutely. Yes. We need a flow chart for names. Yes, we do. I don't think we have any verification at all that Jack drove to his parents. Yeah, a woman is most likely to be murdered within 3 weeks of leaving her husband or boyfriend, abusive boyfriend or whatever. That is when you are most likely to be killed. Hey, True Crime Snoopy. Snoopy, how are you? Right, Lori. Yeah. Yes, I think so, Katerina. Yes, Homa. No, I think his phone was off. I do think that his phone was off. Yeah, he's a tech guy. He would have known that it could be tracked. He probably left it, at somebody's house. Oh, I have not seen that, Allie. Yes. Jack's dad's apartment. Sure, I would agree, Jackie. Yes, playing the Beatles album, is it the White Album backwards? It says John is dead. Yeah. So I'll tell you a quick little story, something real that happened to me related to numbers, and then I'm going to end this live. So I'm not going to say anything more about the Idaho 4. I'm fixing to start wrapping Christmas presents. So here's my number story. I went to Las Vegas with my mother, and I believe I was sitting in seat 31. And the whole thing that started the whole number association 31 was that I know we had to go to the gate number 31, and my seat number was 31, right? And so we were kind of talking about, the repeating number. And then guess what? When the airplane pulls up, guess what the number is on the wing? It was something like 7013131, right? It was like really noticeable. And so then I believe there was something when we landed, we saw the number 31. Oh, it was like an advertisement for some kind of gambling thing. And the middle, they had a big, huge ball, and in the middle of this big giant ball was 31. And so we were laughing and joking about, wow, this crazy 31s are everywhere, And so when we got to the hotel, we were getting checked in. There was a Keno hall that was on the other side of the slot machines right behind us. And I told my mom, I said, I'll be right back. And I walked over to the Keno hall. And I, if I remember correctly, I think I put like $20 on the 31, and I ended up winning $5,000. So yes. So that there's a number, right? There's that number repeating itself, and people giving it special meaning and turning it into something, no, it's not. I'll never believe that the universe was telling me, oh, you've got to bet on 31. I just can't. I don't believe that kind of thing. I think it's just a cool story. I think it's just one of those unusual, coincidental things in life. Right now I have this weird thing where I'm waking up every single night. I wake up at 3:33. It's not prophetic. It's not mystical. It's just a biological rhythm problem. And for some reason, I'm waking up, so. All right. So there we are. You guys have, let's see, I always see 134 or 1134. Yeah, people do, but here's the thing, Alma. So we pick up on these numbers. How many times have you looked at the clock and it was not 134? There's plenty of those nights too. You're just not paying attention to them. So, all right. Thank you, Marilyn. Thank you, Alma. You're a sweetheart. Okay, everybody. Yeah, 1111. Jules, my daughter, sees 333. I have been seeing it everywhere, Black Rose. Yeah, it's kind of weird. So, okay. You guys, I think Jack Showalter was trying to be helpful. I really do. This little tiny clip has totally changed my view of what's happening at the truck. And who knows, maybe that's why the cops decided to release that, was so people would say, hey, we really have a reason for not thinking that Showalter is involved. And maybe this is it, right? All right. So that's where I'm going to leave this. I hope that you will do a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. The algorithm would appreciate it. And then as for everything else, I hope you have an absolutely wonderful week. All right. And don't forget, sing some Christmas songs. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.